Brittany, from the moment I met you, my life changed in ways I could never imagine. I didn't know 5 years ago that joining Pat to pick up clubs at PXG would be the best decision of my life. There, I met my best teammate I could ever imagine.
James, how does one summarize a courting era of 5 years? Persistently patient in pursuit, to which the credit belongs solely to you in that regard. Your predictable consistency and unwavering loyalty are some of the traits I first loved in you. Over the years, I fell in love with your heart for people and how you show up to serve others, both longtime friends and complete strangers.
Well, James and Brittany, today's the big day. You made it. And to think, all of this started with golf. And it's awesome to think about God's faithfulness as seen in your relationship. You know, life never goes exactly how we have planned, but God always wants to use the great times and even the twists and turns for His good.
It only makes sense that these two would come together. But James and Brittany are the best kinds of heroes because they're the heroes that don't do it for the glory. Actually, they're experts at protecting and making the world a better place when no one is watching. And so it only makes sense that James would walk into our life and that God would craft this perfect plan to put these two people together who are uniquely gifted on their own, but who come together to become a force and to serve His kingdom and to bring more people to Jesus through their unique talents.
Because of you, I'm now blessed to lead a life following Christ, rock a full head of hair, and a wardrobe full of colors. You have and continue to bring out the absolute best in me. Your love has taught me what it means to be truly vulnerable, to open my heart, and to let someone in completely. You see me for who I am and love me not despite my flaws, but because of them.
I vow always to pursue you, to ask for forgiveness, to serve you faithfully, to follow your lead as the head of our family, to give you my best time, not time in the margin, to show up and serve alongside you in the mission field God calls us to be a good steward of the resources the Lord blesses us with, and to make our family one that cultivates community, to love you with all my being from now until the day I go to heaven.
Shall we run? All we have to do is run. Just say the word and we'll be gone on this road together.
I, James, take you, Brittany, to be my wedded wife.
I, Brittany, take you, James, to be my wedded husband.
To have and to hold.
From this day forward.
For better, for worse.
For richer or poor.
And in strength and in weakness.
In sickness and in health.
In love and to cherish.
Until death do us part.
Well, because you, James and Brittany, have openly pledged yourselves to one another in the presence of God and before these witnesses, and having confirmed that by giving and receiving a ring, I, as a minister of the gospel of Christ, pronounce you husband and wife. James, you may kiss your bride. Well, it's my privilege to be the first to present to you Mr. and Mrs. James Aminich.
Some of you know I played golf a little bit with Jim, and I went to buy some new golf clubs, and I asked Jim, would you come with me to go get them? As we walked into the PXG store, Jim and I saw a beautiful young woman at the front desk whose name was, you guessed it, Brittany. I talked to her for a minute or two, and with Jim by my side about the clubs, and I was wondering why Jim hadn't said anything. Looking at him, I knew he was in awe. So I did what any good friend would do. I went to go look at a couple clubs in the other part of the store. I got my clubs and I told Jim, I'm gonna put these in the car and I'll be right back. I didn't go back, I waited in the car. About 20 minutes later, Jim came out, he jumped in the car and I told him, I'm not moving unless you have that young lady's phone number. To my surprise, he did. On the way home, he couldn't stop talking about you. And he asked me, when do you think I should call her? I said, when do you want to call her? He said, right now. And the rest is history.
thank you for being here. It was a choice for all of you to get on an airplane and make arrangements, and young families with kids and everything else, and we're happy you're here and to celebrate the special day for James and Brittany. And you've all had such an impact on James and Brittany's lives and made them to be what they are.
My greatest joy of my life is to have and build a family with you. My favorite place in the world is and always will be right next to you. Wherever we are, together we'll forever be home. I can't wait to grow old by your side. I love you today, tomorrow, and forever. Your loving husband, James.